Hey guys, welcome back to the Lazy Bujo. This is the YouTube channel for bullet journalers like me who, as much as we like looking at those pretty artsy spreads, we do not have the time, patience, energy, or skill set to pull that off. So these are some pretty quick and dirty spreads. This is my bullet journal. It is a nice big chunky boy with thin paper, so it's not good for paints, but it is really good for those nice big long spreads that can put a lot of stuff in there. So we're going to be doing a January spread flip through. This is the cover page. This is just washi tape. I love washi tape. It's such a nice, lazy, easy way to add some color to the page. The stuff that I used here, it was honestly just stuff that I've lying around. I don't even know the brand of the washi tape I'm using. I am sorry. If I can find out, I'll throw it in the description of the video. But the pens that I'm using is the Pigma Micron. It's like this 5 set going from .005 to brush pen. And the brush pen was used here as well as here. The quote here is from a guy named Nichiren Daishonin. I mentioned in the last video that I'm a Nichiren Buddhist. And he's basically the founder of that type of Buddhism. And the quote reads, "Just as flowers open up and bear fruit, just as the moon appears and invariably grows full, just as a lamp becomes brighter when oil is added, and just as plants and trees flourish with rain, so will human beings never fail to prosper when they make good causes." Which just seemed like a great thing to put for a January spread, because everyone's doing New Year's resolutions, and we want to make good causes to make this year better than last. Not that that's much of a competition. I mean, that's a pretty low bar these last few years. Whew. So this is just the calendar spread. I like doing it 2 pages. I like being able to really see it. The markers here that I used was the Stradler. It wasn't the blue one. It was the gray one. And it's, you know, it's dark enough that I can obviously see the numbers, but it's also pale enough that I can put, you know, New Year's Day here or, you know, any other events or whatever. Space for events. Top 3, basically, if I could only do 3 things this month, what would they be? So yeah. This one, you know, to do for the month, goals, notes, accomplishments, what did I do this month, the big things I did this month. I wish I had done XYZ this month, basically to be filled up at the end of this month. And then a little spot for next month. And more washi tape, because otherwise the spread would be really boring without it. Habit tracker! So I'll be honest, I haven't really done a whole lot of habit trackers in previous bullet journals, but I'm trying to start it again because we become what we repeatedly do, and I'm trying to become a better person. So these are the faith goals, health goals. The Lazy Bujo is obviously this channel. DZA, Dragons, Zombies, and Aliens is my other YouTube channel, and miscellaneous. Oh, and if you're new to habit trackers and bullet journaling, the idea is like when it, you can see, you know, the dates here up top. So if I do say, if I'm up by 10 in the morning on Sunday the 1st, I cross that off. And if I did Instagram for both DZA and Lazy Bujo, I cross that off. But if I did not do Pinterest for Lazy Bujo, I leave that blank. That's the idea there. Gratitude log. I kind of wish that I had done a horizontal Dutch door instead of the vertical one, just for some variety, because I have a lot of verticals in this bullet journal already, but next time. The idea here is that every day I write down something here, something that I am grateful for. So, you know, on the 1st, I'd probably be grateful for, you know, the start of a new year, you know, blah, blah, blah. 2nd, whatever I'm grateful for there. Probably for the job that I'm being dragged back to, kicking and screaming. The quote here is another Buddhist quote by someone else this time. People whose hearts are full of gratitude and appreciation are truly beautiful. A humble heart is the wellspring of great growth and development. You know, power of gratitude. And it helps, supposedly. Okay. So this right here, this is a productivity tracker. I am a writer. My first book actually comes out in June 2023, but that's something else entirely. This is the book I'm currently working on now. It's the rough draft. I've actually done a lot of these. So each box is a chapter. And the idea is as I finish a chapter for the rough draft, I fill it in. I've actually already done like 5 already. So yeah. And then the thing is though, even though I have very detailed outlines, I do tend to, you know, kind of add more chapters as we go along, or I'll like think that this chapter, this part is actually going to be 1 chapter, but it's actually supposed to be 2, or maybe these 2 can actually be combined in 1, whatever. So I give myself a lot of extra space to add more as needed. The goal is to have this rough draft done by the end of the month. This is a sleep tracker. I've always struggled with sleep, like you would not believe. But yeah, the idea is this is how I'm going to track however many hours of sleep that I had with the blue. And then the green is going to be my mood for that day. So the numbers here are the hours of sleep. And then the areas here go from badass, energetic, focused to fuck my life. And then also whether or not I exercised. And I mean actual exercise, like bouldering, not the little walks around the block that I do every day anyway. Budget. I, like many people, I get paid bi-weekly, so I actually have 2. They're the same spread, just designed for different paychecks. And this might seem superfluous, especially since I have this big-ass yearly finances spread. But that's for, like, the year. That's a nice big, you know, zoomed-out look. This is breaking it down for the month. So like the paycheck amount, what bills I'm paying for this half, how much I'm putting in savings, and then the amount left. And this is supposed to be for like all of my expenses. I'm not budgeting yet per se because I suck at that. But the idea here is that if I'm having to write down everything that I'm paying for, especially online, is going to make me a lot more mindful of my money and where it's going. And then after a couple of months of doing this, I'll have a much clearer idea of what I'm spending my money on and where I can perhaps cut back. And then this is the first weekly spread of the year, slash the last one of 2021, because, you know, only one of these days is actually in January. But yeah, this is just, you know, for like events, work shifts, whatever, meal plan for each day, and then a to-do list for the week, goals for the week, and then a little spot for next week. And then that's it. The rest of the journal is blank and ready to be used. So that is my January 2022 spread. I would love to see your guys's, so feel free to put it in the comments, or you can follow me on social media. I've got those links in the description. I would love to see what you've done, and I hope this video is helpful either as inspiration or if nothing else to prove that there is out there somewhere a person who is worse and or lazier at bullet journaling than you are. I will see you next time. Bye guys.